How you start your mornings can shape your entire day. And as mothers, our life can be fairly unpredictable and also get very chaotic very fast because of our little humans. What a 20-year-old does on the internet is very different from a mother's morning routine. So I am here as a stay-at-home mom to help you find more ways to make your mornings more productive. And let's be honest, as stay at home moms, we tend to procrastinate more because we feel we are more flexible and we have more time. But let's change that. I'm here to share a few small changes that can help you transform your mornings and take back your control of your day as a mom. It is about making the most of your mornings as per what works for you. So keep watching and let's dive in. Prepping in the night for the next day will help you get started with so much ease in the morning. For example, soaking your pulses or planning for the next day's meals or lunch boxes, setting out your workout clothes at night can help you get started in the morning without overthinking the day. It gives you a head start and also a sense of control. Do not snooze your alarm. This is probably one of the best habits I learned last year and I'm carrying it forward this year too. I think snoozing your alarm just tires your body out. You're going back and forth to sleeping and waking up. I started keeping my phone across my bed so that in the morning when my alarm rings, I have to walk to that table and switch it off. And there are very less chances that I'm going to come back and go to bed. I have done that a few times, but most of the times, like 90% of the times, I wake up and I start doing whatever I need to do. I think this one is a little annoying, but it is a very helpful one. Again, wake up before your house does. Even if you wake up like 30 minutes or 45 minutes before your house does, or your children wake up, or your husband wakes up, it can be so helpful. It can help you spend some time in peace and think and reflect on your day. Just breathe, have a hot breakfast before the chaos begins. Now, this advice may not be applicable to moms with babies or toddlers because please prioritize sleep. Sleep is your lifeline right now. But this can be very helpful for moms whose kids are over like 3 years and their lives are a little more predictable. Stay off that phone. Give your mind some time to wake up before you send your brain into a spiral of unnecessary thoughts from the news, from the email, from what's happening in other people's life, social media especially. Start your day with your own voice, with your own positive thoughts, and with your own grateful heart. Do the most important thing first in the morning as soon as you wake up. Now, what is the most important thing to you right now when it comes to your personal growth? And I'm saying personal growth because in the morning is the only time where you might get time to yourself, and because later in the day you just get busy with the house, with the kids, and doing other responsibilities and chores and etc etc. But in the morning you have time to yourself. So every morning, if you want to be consistent with something that is very important to you right now, you can pay attention to it with a free mind, and your mind is the most freshest and your brain works best in the morning. So allot that 1 hour or 30 minutes to whatever is important to you right now on the personal growth front. So ask yourself right now, what is that one thing you want to promise to work on every day for yourself? It can be a job search, or it can be a course that you want to do, or it can be a hobby that you want to take forward and maybe monetize it later in life, or it can be a health issue that you've been worried about and you want to take care of it by working on it every day in the morning, or it can be simply just exercise or fitness that you want to work on. Move your body. Of course, you thought I was going to miss this one. Now, if you're not able to do a full workout every day, although it's highly recommended that you do something at least, and I feel that morning is the best time to get your workouts in because you're done with it and then the whole day you're free. In case you're not able to get it in the morning, just move your body for a few minutes in the morning. It can be something as simple as a 10-minute stretching or a 10-minute workout. You don't need to go crazy in the morning if you don't want to, but I highly recommend that you do it because movement wakes up your mind and it boosts your mood. You might feel like, oh, I have no energy to do this, but once you start moving your body, you will notice how the energy flows in. Eat a healthy breakfast. It is so easy to neglect your own nutrition while you take care of everybody's nutrition in the house. Everybody's lunchbox should be good, everybody's breakfast should be good, but what about your own nutrition? Moms often survive just on chai biscuit till afternoon, which is not recommended, not healthy at all. Personally, I have seen a difference in my health since I started having a healthy high protein breakfast. I usually have eggs or a besan chila, or I'll have a protein high protein chutney with if I'm having fermented foods like idli dosa, or I'll simply have an egg dosa, or I'll have overnight oats with chia seeds, peanut butter, or I'll have it with nuts in it, or some blueberries or apples and Greek yogurt. So overnight oats has definitely helped, or I'll have smoothies. Overnight oats and smoothies especially are good because they take very less time and you can prep it in the night also and keep. Otherwise, yes, poha, or I also have sabudana khichdi or poha. So there are like these 6 7 items that I plan for the week. Once I've written them down for the week, it's easy to just get started in the morning. That is why I said that prep for your meals one night before. Plan your day with intention. Now, I'm not telling you to sit and write down a whole journal in the morning, gratitude journal. I know moms, we don't. I have tried that, and every day I don't have time for that. So I would recommend just jot down 3 important things that you have to get done today. Plan your top 3 things to do today and leave the rest for the next day. I know it is very overwhelming, everything is just waiting there to be done by you, but try to delegate the task also, that other people also can do, because I honestly believe that women and men and children have and learn the same skills over time, right? Try to work together as a family. Don't burn yourself out. Plan and prep your meals. Now, like we see on the internet, most of us are not used to doing meal prepping. Like, we are seeing how people are keeping food in boxes for the week and stuff. If that works for you, it's a very good hack actually. But for me personally, I try to make meals for lunch and for dinner at once. I try to finish my defrosting, chopping, if there's any cutting or any light prep, stir frying, or even if I have to cook a full meal, I try to cook for lunch and for dinner at once. In the evening, I try to be free so that we can have a slow evening, and since the child has to go to school, so I don't want any rush in the evenings. So that is the reason I try to cook in the morning hours. Being a mom of a 5-year-old, this also helps me to spend some time with my child once he's back from school. Because if I remain in the kitchen while he's at home, I'm not able to give him so much attention, and I'm not able to do activities with him, or just spend time with him, or play with him, take him to the park. Everything falls out of place if I have not cooked properly for the day, because of course we all have to eat, and kids especially have to eat on time. So that is why I try to get all my cooking done before my son arrives from school, so that I can spend rest of my day with him. Now, coming to how I typically spend my weekday as an expat stay-at-home mom. This is a rough example of how I spend my days from morning till night. So in the morning, like I said, I do not snooze my alarm. I wake up and I straight go into the kitchen. I start making my son's breakfast, which is about, I wake up around 5:30, and then he leaves for school at 6:30. After I exercise in the morning, which is mostly done by 8:30, I'll start meal prepping, chopping, cutting, cooking, planning meals for the entire day. After that, I'll speak to my mom for some time and then start working on my social media content ideas. This is my Instagram, by the way. If you like the content, hit follow. Then by the time I'm done with all this and some household work, my son comes back from school. After that, it's his lunch, and then the whole afternoon, I don't know, maybe he'll take a nap or I'll take a nap with him, or we might just spend the afternoon playing together. After that, it's his park time, and then dinner and the bedtime routine, and the whole clock starts again next morning. Being a mom is a full-time job with no clock out. But when you carve out just some time for yourself, you tend to show up more focused, more present, more happy, and that energy will ripple throughout your kids, your husband, and your entire household. So tomorrow morning, try one small shift, just one small change that you can add to your morning routine, which suits your life as a mom, and make your mornings more productive. Please like, share, and subscribe if you found this video helpful. Until then, I'll see you in the next one. Bye.